Hi everyone, welcome to another colour spotlight video. This week I'm having a look at Potter's Pink across several different brands, comparing them on paper. Just a quick note about this paper actually. The Fabriano Venezia sketchbook that I'm using does have a 200 gram weight paper, but it isn't a specialist watercolour paper. I actually bought this sketchbook for mixed media purposes. So in hindsight, you'll see the swatches at the end. Full 100% cotton watercolour paper would have worked better. The swatches do dry a little bit streaky because I just couldn't get the paper as wet as I needed to for it to take the pigment really well. Anyway, that said, so Potter's Pink. So you can see the first one that I swatched was the Gallo colour. And this actually comes out as a really nice pale pretty pink. And then here is the Wallace Seymour colour, which has a lot more colour strength to it, that colour actually. The colour lays down on the paper with a lot more intensity than the Gallo colour did. And here I'm swatching one of the Michael Harding colours in Potter's Pink. So this one has a bit more of a brownish hue, which you may prefer if you don't want a really vibrant pink. I think that would be really good in landscapes. And here is the Daniel Smith version. You can see that initially the colour goes down on the paper really quite pale. And then this is where a better watercolour paper would be beneficial, because I'm having to really load that pigment on, which is partly what makes the paint go quite streaky on the page when it's dried. But it will give you a good idea of what the colour looks like overall. Next up is the Roman Szmal Potter's Pink. This goes down quite lightly again on this first initial wash, but with this second application now you can see that you get much better colour strength. Again, the paper here doesn't really make a difference, and I think what I will do is do a second swatching on some 100% cotton paper and post that up over on my Instagram account so that you can see the difference in the pictures. And now this is the Schmincke Potter's Pink. So I think this is quite similar to the Daniel Smith and the Michael Harding in having a bit more of a brown hue to the finished shade. And last but not least is the Winsor Newton Potter's Pink, which has a much pinker shade to the finished swatch. So you will see in a minute that compared to the other six, that this definitely is the pinkest shade of them all. So there you have it. Here are the Potter's Pink swatches. You can see there that the 7 different brands all do look slightly different on paper. Hopefully you'll find that really useful for your future painting. And now I'm going to leave you with some real-time loose floral painting using those different shades of Potter's Pink. And I think here on the florals, because the paints over a much smaller surface area, you can see, you know, the real beauty of that colour. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, ring the bell and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.